Welcome back, everyone, and brace yourselves because what I am about to reveal is nothing short of explosive. Just moments ago, shocking news emerged from Westminster that could shake the very foundation of British politics. Keir Starmer, the man who only recently celebrated his triumph as Prime Minister, is now facing a crisis so severe that it threatens his position in the House of Commons. Reports are coming in that nearly 100 Labour MPs have joined forces in an open revolt against Starmer, with the aim of pushing him out of Parliament entirely. This is not ordinary party squabbling or minor disagreements. This is a coordinated effort to topple the man at the very top, and it is happening right now, sending shockwaves through the entire political spectrum. For months, murmurs of dissatisfaction have circulated among Labour MPs. Many claim that Starmer is authoritarian, dismissive of grassroots members, and too eager to steer the party toward a pro-EU establishment-friendly agenda without genuinely consulting those who elected him. But no one predicted that this simmering frustration would explode so suddenly and so dramatically. Sources close to Westminster report that a group of MPs has already drafted a motion of no confidence in Starmer's leadership inside the Commons, a move that could create a scenario Britain has never witnessed before a Prime Minister being ousted by his own MPs in the early months of his premiership. The details are staggering. This rebellion is not confined to the usual hard-left faction or a handful of disgruntled backbenchers. It stretches across the party from young rising stars to seasoned veterans who claim they no longer trust Starmer's judgment. Some MPs are reportedly furious over his handling of relations with Brussels ahead of the controversial UK-EU summit. Others are angered by his dismissive attitude toward the monarchy and constitutional traditions, a stance that has already alarmed voters. Then there are MPs who believe that under Starmer's leadership, Labour is heading toward internal collapse, a collapse that could pave the way for Nigel Farage and Reform UK to surge further into mainstream politics. 100 Labour MPs, nearly half of Starmer's parliamentary base, turning against him publicly and in such coordination is more than a warning shot, it is a declaration of war. In British politics, party unity is everything. A Prime Minister without the confidence of his MPs is already clinging to the edge of a cliff. This is the critical moment. Do you think Starmer can survive this unprecedented revolt? Can a Prime Minister continue to lead a party when almost half of his own MPs are plotting his removal? The timing of this revolt could not be worse. Just as Starmer was preparing to take center stage at the highly anticipated UK-EU summit, where he hoped to showcase his vision for a new partnership with Europe, his own MPs are dismantling his credibility from within. Imagine the optics of a Prime Minister standing in Brussels negotiating with European leaders, while at home, his own MPs plot to remove him from the very parliament he represents. This is not just embarrassing, it is politically devastating. It portrays him as weak, vulnerable, and potentially incapable of guiding the nation through the turbulent times ahead. Opposition parties are watching this crisis unfold with glee. Conservatives battered by years of internal conflict see an opportunity to portray Labour as divided and ungovernable. Nigel Farage's Reform UK has already seized the narrative claiming that Starmer is unfit to lead and Labour is falling apart at the seams. Reform UK has been surging in the polls, capitalizing on voter anger over immigration, cost of living, and what they call the betrayal of Brexit. Could this internal Labour war be exactly the boost Farage needs to position his party as the true alternative to the establishment? Why are Labour MPs striking now so early in Starmer's premiership? Insiders point to Starmer's arrogance. MPs complain that he surrounds himself with a tight inner circle of advisors, making all key decisions, leaving ordinary MPs sidelined and voiceless. They say his leadership style is authoritarian, communication is poor, and willingness to listen is nearly non-existent. Some suggest he has alienated key allies, turning former supporters into bitter rivals. This sense of betrayal, of being ignored and undervalued, has driven so many MPs to join the rebellion. The mechanics of the revolt are still unfolding, but whispers from Westminster corridors suggest that the rebels intend to trigger a procedural motion designed to force Starmer out of his Commons seat. While the legalities are complex, the symbolism is undeniable. 100 MPs declaring they no longer support the Prime Minister inside the Commons is a humiliation no leader can withstand for long. Even if Starmer resists the initial push, the damage to his authority could be irreparable. Once MPs break ranks in such numbers, they rarely return to loyal silence. The floodgates are wide open. Public opinion is already inflamed. Social media hashtags calling for Starmer's resignation are trending. Commentators describe this as the beginning of the end for his leadership. Even Labour voters are showing signs of disillusionment, feeling that Starmer promised change but delivered more of the same political maneuvering. Could this perception spell electoral disaster for Labour, opening the door for Reform UK to gain a foothold in once safe Labour constituencies? Reports indicate that Starmer is not going down quietly. He has summoned loyalists for crisis talks, urging them to maintain their stance and dismiss the rebellion as a minor distraction. But can it really be minor when 100 MPs are sharpening their knives? Some insiders suggest Starmer may attempt a reshuffle of his shadow cabinet, removing dissenters and promoting allies in a bid to regain control. Could such a move backfire and deepen the rift, pushing even more MPs into open opposition? Where does this all lead? If Starmer cannot bring his MPs back in line, his days as Labour leader and possibly Prime Minister are numbered. The British public may soon face another leadership contest, another round of political instability, and even an early general election. The irony is staggering. After years of conservative turmoil, it is now Labour tearing itself apart in front of the nation. Will Starmer quell the rebellion, offering concessions and apologies, or will the rebels push forward with their bold, unprecedented plan to remove him from the Commons? How will opposition parties exploit this crisis to their advantage? Every statement, every whisper from Westminster will be dissected as Britain's political future hangs in the balance. Make no mistake, what we are witnessing is historic. A revolt of this magnitude could reshape the entire political landscape, end Starmer's career fracture, Labour beyond repair, and open the door for Nigel Farage and Reform UK to surge into power, riding voter anger at establishment failure. And finally, I ask you at home, do you think Starmer will survive this political earthquake, or is the end already written? Can the Labour Party recover from such a public betrayal, or is collapse inevitable? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, share this video with friends and family, and hit the like button if you want to stay updated on every twist and turn of this unprecedented political drama. The situation is fluid, the stakes are immense, and the drama is far from over. One thing is certain, Keir Starmer is now fighting the political battle of his life, and the very MPs who once cheered his rise are now sharpening their knives to bring him down. The question is not if he has been damaged, he already has. The question is whether he will be destroyed completely.